Hi guys, welcome back to Spill by Sam. Today we're going to talk about the age-old debate of men cheating versus women cheating. Have you guys seen that Cam Newton interview with Spice about this? Well, there was a small snippet of their conversation that was about this very topic, and I wanted to discuss it with you guys.
If I'm in a relationship and you cheat on me, I'm gonna cheat back. But it's equal.
But that's not equal, what? Spice. It's not equal, Spice.
So me if you sit down and make a cheat on me?
It's not equal. The only man that you're disappointing in that transaction of
is the man.
Is said father.
Who is the said father?
Because I'm saying like the dad. Like the woman's father, because if a man goes out, it's just how a man is biometrically created. Sex to him is not the same exchange as sex for a woman.
Sex to me is the same pleasure you get when you sex.
Okay.
The only difference is that when we as women cheat back, the pain hits harder.
No.
Yes, it does. That's why you don't like it. If it was nothing, you would have minded.
Can I give you an example of why it's not? Can you pass me your water real quick?
What are you gonna do?
No. Just no. You'll still drink that water?
Of course I'll still drink it. You didn't put nothing in there.
Correct. But if I stick my finger in there and then I pass it to him and he stick his finger in there, would you still drink it?
No.
See, if it's touched, you see what I'm saying? Like it's not the same. But insertion creates a whole different way of looking at said individual. As a man, on his happiest day.
Let me see a cigar. You smoke a lot from it.
Mm-hmm.
You still smoke it. But if I put my mouth on it, would you smoke it? If I put that thing that you have, that dick, in my mouth, would you still smoke it? No.
All right, so honestly, I think it's hilarious how men view sex. They view it differently. When a woman has sex, it's almost as if it's somehow defiling her body. But when they do it, it's just sex. Because when they talk about, the body count and insertion and the way how they view on their views on how a woman takes on something almost spiritual when we have sex, but when they do it, it's casual. It doesn't have any impact on them. It's just sex. As if we're not all human beings. I mean, yes, our bodies our main sexual organs are different, sure, but why do men think it's okay for them to have sex with 100 different women, but women should only have sex with a few men? She shouldn't go be. The main thing is that women should not enjoy sex. We are a vessel. We should have sex only as a sacrifice to men. It's only for the pleasure of men. That's it. Women should not be enjoying this. Like, why would we? Why would we need to enjoy anything? Because I have so many concerns. It brings up so many different social issues at the same time. Because why is it that men look at this thing as if it shouldn't be hurtful to you if we're in a committed relationship. We've both agreed that we are in this relationship together. We're only going to be in relations, sexual relations with each other. We're not going to do it with anybody else. That's the agreement. Because if you do it with anybody else, that's cheating, and cheating is bad. Right? However, if he breaks that agreement, right, and he is asked to explain himself, he'll say, oh, it was just sex, it didn't mean anything. But the moment the woman does it, it's no longer just sex, because what, we are emotional and we attach meaning to sex, and he inserted something inside your body, and you are now defiled. You are no longer pure to him because you had sex with someone else. But he should be fine to you because it was just sex. It didn't mean anything because he's a man and simply didn't mean anything, right? Now, my view on this is that if I'm in a committed relationship and I've agreed, we've made a verbal agreement that we're only going to be seeing each other. If you step out on our agreement, you cheat on me, that means that you've broken that agreement. And I don't believe in this patriarchy. I don't subscribe to it. I believe in equality. Okay? So if it is that you have the freedom to go dive in vaginas, then I have the freedom to allow myself to be dove into. Why didn't I'm sorry, no. But yeah, if we're no longer agreeing that we're in this relationship together and that we're only being with each other, then either one, I'm going to leave, which is always an option. I'm going to leave, or two, we're in an open relationship now. We're in an open relationship and you have to accept that because you broke the agreement. And if you can't accept that, leave me alone. Because most times, a lot of times, the women want to leave, but the man would beg you to stay because it was just sex. It didn't mean anything. Why are you overreacting? Why are you crying? Why do you want to leave? Why do you feel betrayed? So, I said that to say, for me, and you can let me know in the comments if it's the same way for you, if you cheat on me, we're now in an open relationship. If it is that you don't want me to leave and you're begging to work things out, we're not in the same agreement that we were in before. Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. We're going to be in an open relationship or I'm going to move on. It's 2026. If he cheats on you, cheat back. Somebody make some t-shirts. Now we're going to talk about something that's the complete opposite of what Spice said, right? This is the other end of the spectrum. This is what it looks like when a woman stays in a relationship where she's being constantly cheated on, right? She stayed in the relationship and she's talking about her experience.
I married my husband. It was the happiest time in my life. And then a few months into the marriage, I found out that he had slept with somebody that he had grew feelings for during his bachelor party. I decided to try to forgive him, to move on, as at the time we already had 2 children. I can agree I was delusional in my mind with the facade of the facade of the fairy tale of being married, the fairy tale of having a complete family. the fairy tale of having the beautiful home, a husband, a wife with children. So we decided to, a year later, have another child, who is my beautiful daughter. I found out while I was pregnant with my daughter that I had contracted an STI from him due to him being unfaithful from the girl, or who knows. There may have been more times other than that, which was a huge blow to the gut that I had to find out that way. I should have left then, but I didn't. I decided to stay. From then on, we decided to go to marriage counseling and do therapy and go to church and focus on God to try to rebuild our marriage. Throughout the years of marriage, it hasn't been that I'm aware of my husband still sleeping with other women. It's just now entertaining other women, liking pictures on Instagram, going through DMs, creating these inappropriate relationships. And I chose to yet again ignore it so that I can keep my family together. Fast forward, stupid enough, now it's like it's on me now because I'm accepting it. We agreed to have another baby, so now I'm pregnant with number 4. Again, while pregnant, we're not in the best position in our marriage. I'm finding out more things that are questionable. And now I'm saying I want to work towards a separation. But we're still agreeing to figure out this marriage because I am still pregnant with number 4. In the midst of us trying to figure out what's going on, something's telling me something's off. His behavior's off. I know at this point of the pattern of his behavior. Of course, I searched through his phone. He's highly inappropriate, seeking out other women and just embarrassing me. Now it's with women at work. But the issue is to him, well, I'm not sleeping with these women. I'm just being inappropriate. So now it's all of this constant betrayal that I'm dealing with, but now it's on his side where he's blaming me to give support. It's hard to be supportive to a husband that is wanting emotional needs when you're being sucked dry and depleted on your emotional needs. Now I'm in a position where I can't trust him on his intentions with trying to be supportive of me because it feels performative to paint to the world that he's this great husband. People have no idea the things that I deal with behind closed doors. The things that I have to handle, I have shielded to a lot of people. I have shielded those things, obviously, because it's my marriage and it's nobody's business, but to the world, people think he's just this incredible husband, and I'm just crazy. He's called me crazy. He's basically said he's not going anywhere because without him, the kids would basically have to fend for themselves. I've been painted to be nuts because it's just my hormones of being pregnant just completely gaslighting me. And I'm just at a point where I want to leave so bad, but I'm also in a tug of war where I want to stay for my kids. Do I just shut up? Continue to tuck my feelings away? So that I can continue to put on a happy face for the world and for my children? Or do I do what's best for me and take reign on my life and break up my family and give up on my marriage? And I'm also a Christian. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. So then there's that aspect of that too, but I know God did not intend for me to suffer. God did not intend for me to be cheated on and deal with infidelity. God did not intend for me to be emotionally abused. And because I'm pregnant in this moment, everyone is looking at me that I'm just being hormonal. But these are not my hormones. These are my true feelings that I have been feeling for years, and I'm at my wit's end and I'm scared. So we live in a society where so many people look at the woman and they say, well, why did you stay? You brought that upon yourself. You stayed. You should have known better. But why does it have to be on the woman when they're the ones going through it? Why can't it be on the man? Why did you stay knowing that you wanted to have your cake and eat it too? All I can say is I'm trying to be my authentic self.
I feel so sorry for her. I honestly feel so sorry for her. I pity her. And we need to stop glorifying the nuclear family at any cost. Having this nuclear family at any cost. Having a wife, husband, and children. And even if he's abusing you on the inside of that house, that big beautiful house that he's the only one paying for, and you're at home every day glorifying being a stay-at-home mom and all the things, because from her video you could tell that she, on the outside, until she broke down and told us everything that was happening, she was pretending as if everything was fine. She was going to church, praising the Lord, while her husband was cheating on her with her church sisters. She was probably showing up at his workplace with his lunch while knowing that he's having inappropriate relations with his co-workers. We need to stop glorifying this nuclear family as the standard above all else, and telling women to endure the hardship just to keep a man and a family together, like she's the glue and she's the sacrifice. This woman has been destroyed, betrayed so many times, and I bet if she had left, she would have been so much better off. She would have been forced to build her life. She would have been forced by life circumstances, having to buy her own food and pay her own rent and take care of her kids, because he also said he's gonna, if she's leaving, best believe he's leaving the kids too. That's what he said, right? That was one of his major threats, is that if she leaves, he's no longer taking care of his kids. But you found out 4 months into this marriage that he cheated on you on the bachelor, at his bachelor party, right? You found out very early on in the marriage that he did that. And I can't stress this enough, but when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them the first time. This is them showing you with their actions who they truly are. Believe them. Right? She could have figured out how to take care of her kids. She could have gone back to school. She could have done anything she wanted to do, but she chose to stay in this marriage because, oh, it's a standard. She chose to do this because of what she believed people would look at her and say. And again, we also need to stop living our lives to please other people. You are going through this. No one else is. You are the one in this marriage that's destroying you. And you are putting on a front for the entire world to see, but you're struggling. You're suffering for what? Because you don't want people to say, oh, she's divorced, oh, her marriage failed. I think it's better to be divorced and peaceful, at peace, have peace of mind. My nervous system is regulated. I'm glowing and growing, than to be in a relationship where I'm being drained, sucked dry of my energy. Like, this man is a succubus. Like, sir, is that what a succubus is? Probably not. But anyway, like, he probably is a succubus. Isn't that when you're like promiscuous? He probably is. There's a demon running up and down in that man. There is a demon in him. You can't tell me otherwise. Because what do you mean on your bachelor trip you're cheating on your wife? Your soon-to-be wife, but still. Are you okay? And then for him to gaslight her and tell her, oh, she's not supporting him and he can't achieve his goals because she's not being a supportive wife. Supporting what? What am I supporting? I tell people all the time, and I say this all the time, once you have betrayed someone, it's very, very hard to go back to what you were before that betrayal happened, right? And you can see the stark contrast between the first video and the second one. We can talk about it all we want, that, oh, it's not the same for when women cheat and when men cheat. But if this woman had stood up for herself from the beginning and said, hey, either we're opening this relationship and you are doing it, I'm doing it, we are doing it together, you cry, I cry, we cry, or I'm leaving. I think at the end of the day, we need to love ourselves more than we love these men. Because if you don't, do you want me to replay the video? Like, I can replay it. Because sis is going through it. He has her by the hair. And she's drowning. And why is she constantly getting pregnant? It's like you're in your own prison. You know that meme with SpongeBob with the shackles around his hand? Or the bird in the cage, and the cage is huge and the bird is small, but the bird is stuck in there. You're mentally keeping yourself in this prison. I feel so bad for her. Like, I know, and this is an example of it, of why a lot of women don't leave. It's because they've conditioned themselves to say that this is my reality, and this is my only reality, right? I can't escape this because this is where I am and this is where I need to be. I have my children and this house and this husband, and I can't leave. Yes, you can. And what a lot of people are afraid of is starting over from scratch. But guess what? People start over every day. People start over all the time. And you say you go to church and you're a Christian, but do you believe that God would want you to sit in that situation and stay in it? Is that the God that you serve? I know he says that, you know, sometimes we have to suffer. And we have to go through our trials and tribulations. But this one is not being inflicted by God, my dear. It's being inflicted by the demons that's in your husband. Men are known to be unreliable, right? And if it is that you are getting into a marriage, if you're not yet married, I'm talking to you. And if you're not yet married, right, you're planning on getting married, be prepared to say, okay, this marriage may end someday. What will that look like for me? What will that look like for me? How will I continue on? How many kids am I gonna have? And how am I going to take care of these children and still be able to sustain myself, my life, and all of the things that you need to do to survive in this day and age, right? You need to think about all of that, and therefore you need to think about the amount of kids that you're gonna have. Because what if one day you need to take care of those kids on your own? Because that man said, listen, if you leave, I'm leaving you and the kids. It's not just you. So he's using the kids to keep her in that marriage. And she's trapped because she's afraid. She has been so conditioned to think that this can be her only reality. Like she cannot be without him. And that is simply not true. But she can only figure that out on her own. But again, I showed you the contrast, right? What it looks like when you're in this relationship and you've decided that he cheated on me, I'm going to cheat back. Either it ends or he decides that he doesn't want to be in an open relationship, because most times men don't like to share. They can share themselves, but they feel like they own you. They're entitled to you, right? Which is why for them it's like, oh, if I cheat, it's just sex. But if you cheat, you're giving something away because I own you. And in this patriarchal society, women are not allowed to feel like they own men, right? But again, I do not subscribe to that. And I hope you don't either. Because at the end of the day, if that man decides that he's going to do something, best believe you also have the right to do it too. This is 2026. Women can get jobs. Women can build homes. Women can do all the things that men do. So there's no excuse to sit in a relationship where you're being used and abused and dogged out. For what? A nuclear family, a standard that's created by a patriarchal society to keep women in their place? Yeah, no. Anyways, that's all that I have to say on that topic. Again, I look forward to your guys' comments and your opinions. Please subscribe, and thanks again for watching Spilled by Sam. Bye.